Welcome to another episode. I'll tell you why I'm upgrading a camera body in 2023. So, as you may know, I'm into videography. Obviously, I've been running Polish and English YouTube channel for nearly 2 years now. Actually, on the 1st of March is going to be 2 years. In the beginning, I was recording, first 3 episodes I recorded on my iPhone 11 Pro. And then I've recorded once a video with my partner's Sony Alpha 7 III. And after that, I thought it's time to purchase a mirrorless camera. So I bought my Alpha 7C. And it is a great companion and it's been with me since March 2021. Damn, time flies. Anyway, as you know, I do have bigfilmmedia.com website and that's my side hustle business. I'm into videography, so I want to do real estate videos, business promotional videos, drone aerial photography and videography, as well as video editing. And in 2023, I've decided to upgrade my camera. So I went for the Sony Alpha 7 IV. I have it in my hand just now. And it's here. That's a Sony G Master 12-24 f2.8. This is the combo which will take my real estate and business videography into the new level. Because trust me, I've been recording past Airbnb and guest house videos on the Sony Alpha A7C with this lens. And sadly, the 4K 30 frames per second is cropped 1.5. So when I was recording those videos on 12mm on this lens, it was actually 18mm on the image. Well, I thought I can go 1080p and there's going to be no crop. However, when I went 1080p, I've noticed that the bitrate was in 4K. I can record in 100 bits per second, and full HD, I could only record, I think, 50 or 60 bits per second. I'm going to put the correct number on the screen because to be fair, I just can't remember. And it only records in 8-bit. So I thought, the real estate videos, they look really good. And I can't complain. However, I know I can take my videography and the quality of my work to the next level. Then I thought, what camera should I go for? And then I was thinking Sony A7S III, Sony FX3, but they are really expensive camera. They've been on the market for about 3 years, so they're due to be changed to the new models. And eventually, I actually been advised by my partner. She said, go for it. Honestly, go for it. And I know you will use functionalities of this camera and you will utilize it with your workflow. So I've decided to go for the Sony Alpha 7 IV. And this is the combo now with the FE 2.8 12-24mm G Master lens from Sony. What I like about this camera, multiple buttons, because that's what I've missed on my A7C. There was not enough customizable buttons. Then the dial here, which allows me to change between photos and video without changing any exposure, aperture or ISO, as well as dual slot for SD cards. And I've set up this camera that it records simultaneously on both slots, on both memory cards. So in case, I wanted to say shit hits the fan, but in case something goes south, I always have a copy on one of the memory cards, because the failure on both cards is basically non-existent. I've never heard that someone had an issue with 2 cards simultaneously. So in case one card will be corrupted, then the video footage is stored on a second. So there's always a backup. And overall, the ISO range is better than on my A7C. I have 4K 30 frames per second uncropped or 4K 25, because I'm going to be switching to 25 frames per second because I'm based in the UK, and all the lights here in Europe are on the frequency of 50 Hertz, so there'll be no flickering, as well as 100 frames per second for super slow motion and 50 frames per second for slow motion. Choosing the 50 frames per second slow motion, similar to 60 frames per second in the US, and there's a crop of 1.5. So effectively from the 12mm focal length on this lens, I will have 18. It's still fine. The videos of the real estate I've recorded recently, they all been done in 4K crop on the A7C, and that's actually 18mm. It still looks great, but the flexibility of having 4K no crop on 25 frames per second, and then having an option to have a crop on 50 frames per second in 4K, still in 4K, is absolutely amazing. Also, I will be able to record super slow motion with 100 frames per second and really high bitrate to retain the details and the colors as well, because it records in 10-bit. And I start playing with S-Log 3 and the Sony S-Cineton. Wow, that's the major, that's actually mind blown. What's the difference? And I thought that, you know, S-Log, I recorded S-Log on the A7C S-Log 2, and the color correction and the color grading wasn't the best. And I started learning that as well, and with the 10-bit S-Log 3, I was able to pull all the colors, shadows, whatever I could on an iPad, on M1 iPad Pro. And the footage looked absolutely amazing. I use a slider from Zipon, Micro 3 700, and I also use the gimbal DJI RS3 Pro. I totally forgot about the naming. And going forward with my real estate business promotional videos, that's going to be the way to go. And I was really happy to record those B-rolls on my slider. They look absolutely great and I'm really pleased with them. Also, every second day of the week, whenever I have a chance, I do practice my ninja walk and gimbal moves. And I adjust gimbal settings as well, because the more I walk with the gimbal, the more I practice, the better I get, and the more I understand how the gimbal works and what settings do I need. If you're watching this and if you want some kind of promo video, just hit me up at bigfilmmedia.com and find the contact details over there. Anyway, I'm really pleased with the combo, and honestly, Alpha 7 IV, Sony 12-24 G Master. That's the combo, which is like perfect for real estate and really tight spaces where you need a really wide angle lens, and the quality of this lens is stunning. I will link one of them in videos when I go to Lauriston Castle in Edinburgh and take photos with a Sigma f2.8 24-70 and this lens, and I put a couple of photos over there. I'll do more videos when I take this lens to the city center of Edinburgh and then take some photos and videos as a showcase of what this combo can do. And here you have 12mm, and here I have 24mm. That's how the glass works inside. So the zoom is actually internal zoom. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. This lens is great. And I'm pretty sure that this combo, literally this combo, will help me to achieve my goals in real estate and business promotional video business. So fingers crossed, if you're based in Edinburgh or not far from it and you want some business or real estate video, hit me up at bigfilmmedia.com. Also visit at bigfilmmedia YouTube channel where you can see my work. Whoa, that's been a long one. I hope you've enjoyed the B-rolls. I took them with Sony Alpha 7C and Sigma f2.8 24-70 art lens. And the camera was mounted on Zipon Micro 3 M700 slider with motorized and pan and tilt heads. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It always helps because it will give the algorithm a kick so it can push the video to the wider audience. Also, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and when you do that, please hit the bell notification icon to be notified when I upload a new video. I think it's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Cheers!